You know, I never look past a fighter. You must always respect a fighter. But I do a little window shopping, and I do look through them.
What a great night of fights, y'all. Now, granted, we only watched Darrell and Kategui and Wilder versus Ortiz. Now, the other two fights with Bivol versus Barrera and Kovalev versus Mikhailin, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name. We only watched the highlights of those fights. All right, because, you know, with the heavyweight card trumps all cards, trumps them all. So I'm going to start with Barrera versus Bivol. Y'all only saw a 1 minute clip, and the 1 minute clip summed it up. Barrera was getting beat to the punch. He was getting his head beat in. Bivol was throwing a plethora of punches, a multitude of punches at Barrera's head and eye and cheek. He got knocked down. The next thing you know, at the end of the clip, it shows the referee stopping the fight. Bivol looks like a serious, powerful threat at the light heavyweight division. And it would be great just to see all those dudes mix it up. We're finally about to get some closure at heavyweight, one undisputed king of the world champion, and hopefully we get that at light heavyweight. We got what's that dude that's in the Super 6, Super 8 tournament? Him. You got Bivol, you got Kovalev, you got Adonis Stevenson. We don't know if the legendary living legend Andre Ward is still around. So we got a few things to wrap up a light heavyweight. Friggin' what's the other fight? Kovalev versus Mikhailin, y'all. It was a legal murder up in there. And now, granted, y'all, these two fights I only saw 1 minute clips. You know, the highlights, the HBO has. It was a legal axe murder up in there, man. Dude's face looked like he was hit with a bag of razors or something. It showed us a few clips. Kovalev was getting off, jumping up in the air, throwing punches while he in the air. I mean, he was freestyling up in there. You know, we already know Kovalev got power. It looked like he staggered the dude, but next thing you know, it shows the clip of the dude's face cut up, blood everywhere, and the ref stopping the fight. I mean, these are just basically, well, Barrera versus Bivol wasn't no tune-up, but Kovalev, I guess he's still getting his pride and confidence back and refining his game, and he's getting his groove back, like how Stella did. So, all right, get his groove back. Now, Ustagayi versus Darrell. Watch the fight. Ustagayi was the busier fighter in the middle to later rounds before the fight got stopped. He looked a little longer. He just looked hungrier. He wanted them. He threw more punches. He took more chances. He connected more. Darrell, ever since that loss to DeGal and even the fight before that, he just very talented guy. Southpaw. He throws with the heart of a slugger. He just ain't got that last oomph, like that last bit of piss in his veins, that last bit of fire in his veins, like Broner. Like Broner got the skill, the talent, like there's just something like just that oomph to throw them over the edge. And Darrell, he's always just on the border to me. Friggin' that Joker, I don't know, y'all. He just, he's talented, and I know he needs to support his family. Him slapping punches versus DeGal, and his trainer bailed him out last night. We'll say that. I mean, I thought he could have continued, but he just didn't show the want to continue. He just looked like he was going to get beat on for the next 4-5 rounds, maybe get a good 1 or 2 lefts in, and just have his face and head get tore up. Just his trainer stopped the onslaught of trauma to his head and body. So thank you, Andre Darrell's trainer. Andre Darrell, you need to go back and contemplate your career. They said after the first fight, Andre Darrell was contemplating retirement. So in this rematch, a clear victory for Ustagayi. You need to go back to the drawing board, dog. Maybe start coaching. Check your funds and maybe open up a business, or you do what you got to do. But I don't want to see you in the ring no more if you're going to be fighting like that. And y'all know what's crazy? I always mix up Andre Darrell and who's the young cat that's supposed to be fighting the Charlos but won't. Boo Boo. I mix up Darrell and Andrade a lot. You know, I'm glad Darrell's actually been active, man. Andre, where you at, man? You talented. I mean, shoot, there ain't nobody else to fight at your weight, but I mean, shit, 154's coming to a head too. You got Herb fighting Laura. You got one of the Charlo twins still down there. I don't know what's the deal with Canelo. You got what's my man? Shoot, the one Herb that's knocked out. Damn, that's bad. I can't remember his name. But he's still lingering around. Even though he got 3 or 4 losses, he's still lingering around. The brother, man, what's his name? Anywho, come on, 154. Step it up. Step it up. 160 look like it's about to explode, too. I'm excited. So, who we got at 160? The other Charlo twin. You got Jacobs. You got Golovkin. You got... No, the gal is super, and so is Eubank. Well, I'm sure there's some up and coming dudes. Oh man, David Benavidez was on the show, was on the live stream last night. And I don't know about y'all, was y'all live stream skipping real bad? Our live stream skipped so bad we missed the whole second round of the main event. Anywho, saw Badu Jack on the program last night, and David Benavidez, can't wait to see him get in there and mix it up with dudes like Ustagai and Kovalev and them. But anywho, let's get to the main event. Yo, hold on. I saw a tweet from the other day from Wilder. This is the night of the fight. Deontay Wilder, Deontay Bomb Squad, Browns Bomber, baby, Alabama. Bring the hammer, Alabama. Y'all come to Sharika, come to the South. Anyway, this what he tweeted. Let's see. I started laughing because it made me think. Let's see. Wilder tweeted. Damn. Come on now. Wilder tweeted. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost there. Wilder tweeted March 3rd, last night, 2:48 p.m. Everyone knows what happens to King Kong when he comes to New York. And I said, I'll be damned. In the movie, that's what happens. When King Kong gets to New York, he gets his ass towed up. Should have stayed on Skull Island, King Kong. That's when you was whooping Mothra and Godzilla and all them. Should have stayed on Skull Island. But y'all, my hat's off. Doing the main event now. My hat's off to both fighters. It was a terrific fight. Terrific. Primo. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed every bit of it. We was in here hollering. I kicked 2 people out because they up there talking through the fight. We trying to hear the broadcast. Jokers in here drunk and smoked out. You know, y'all know how it is. We got the festivities going on. Hell of a fight, y'all. Hell of a fight. And what surprised me about the fight is Deontay Wilder, you know, when someone's undefeated and they get whooped, they get beat or whatever, outpointed, knocked out, they usually reveal some type of blueprint. Even in Luis Ortiz's loss last night, there really still isn't no blueprint on how to beat him. He's to me, what I saw was an aging fighter who still can whoop most of the heavyweights in the world. That's just my opinion. Deontay Wilder's a little younger, a little stronger, a little bit more stamina. Where's my score? I had a scorecard. Yo, up until the knockout, I had Ortiz up by 2 points. Hold on, there was a knockdown in the 5th and the 7th, I think. Where's my score sheet? Anyway, up until the knockdowns, I had Ortiz up. And then, of course, the TKO, of course, you know, Deontay Wilder took it all. Wilder. Woo! Patient. Prodding. Stalking, lurking. Just waiting to land that right hand. Just waiting to open up a foot. Just waiting to see a few chinks in Ortiz's armor. It was perfection to me, y'all. It was a fight in its perfection. Both fighters were game. Ortiz was technical. He was doing his thing. He was in and out. He was taking a lot of chances that I couldn't believe he was taking. He was trying to counter Wilder as he was throwing, attacking, coming in. He was off the back foot. I mean, he was stalking a little bit. Ortiz was winning the fight, in my opinion, up until the knockdowns and the knockout. Even after one knockdown, I still had him up on the scorecards. I still had him up. Y'all, the fight was it was uncanny. It was uncanny, y'all. And I loved every minute of it.
Confident I can whoop all of them. This ain't nothing new. My image has been confident. We're just trying to make it look like something new. For I'm always confident I can whoop all of them.
All right, y'all. Let's look at the CompuBox numbers right quick before I keep on blabbing my mouth. All right, the CompuBox numbers have jabs. All right, jabs, and it's average thrown per round. So there's not the exact total of jabs. It's just the averages per round. Remember, the fight went 10 rounds, okay? So, Deontay Wilder, average jabs thrown per round, 25. I'm not going to do the points because if it's 0.5 and higher, you know, like old school math, I'm just going to round up. It says 25.2, but I'm just going to say 25. Luis Ortiz, average jabs thrown per round, 30. It says 30.1. So I'm just going to say 30, and that's how I'm going to do all the rest of them. This is a whole solid number. All right? Now, the heavyweight average, y'all, in modern boxing right now is 20. So they both superseded the heavyweight average. Luis Ortiz threw an average of 30 per round. Deontay Wilder threw an average of 25 per round. Now, the average landed per round. Deontay Wilder had an average of 9 landed per round. Luis Ortiz had an average landed of 4 jabs per round. And on the heavyweight average right now overall, it's 5. So Deontay Wilder superseded the average, and Luis Ortiz was 1 below the average at 4. All right, now power blows, power punches. Deontay Wilder's average power punches thrown per round was 16. Luis Ortiz average power punches thrown per round was 25. The average power punches thrown per round for heavyweights overall is 24. So Luis Ortiz superseded that, while Deontay Wilder was under that. This is according to CompuBox, y'all. Okay? Now, average power punches landed per round for Wilder. Shoot, y'all, the thing is blocked, right? It's either a 6 or an 8 for Wilder for landed. Damn. Anyway, for Ortiz, average of power punches landed per round was 11. For heavyweights overall is 10. So Luis Ortiz superseded the number of average power punches landed per round, while Deontay Wilder was under the overall heavyweight average, which lets you know that the more accurate puncher in this fight was Deontay Wilder. Now, Deontay Wilder's power punch landing percentage was 57, and Ortiz's was 44. Jabs per round for the fight, Deontay Wilder's percentage was 34, while Luis Ortiz's was 14. Total punches, y'all. Okay? Total punches thrown per round for Deontay Wilder was 41 for the whole fight. Luis Ortiz's was 56 for the whole fight. Total punches thrown per round. The average heavyweight punches thrown per round is 45. Now, average punches landed. These are all punches. Power, jab, hook, all that combined. The average punches landed for Wilder in the fight was 18. The average punches landed per round for Ortiz in the fight was 15. The average punches landed for any heavyweight overall is 15. So, again, Wilder superseded with total punches landed, even though he threw less punches. So total punch stats, y'all, percentage of them landing. We're going to start on the opposite end this time. For heavyweights overall, it's 34%. Total punches landed, percentage of you landing your punch for all heavyweights overall is 34%. Ortiz's average for last night was 28%. Deontay Wilder's average from last night was 43%. Ain't that something? Now,
he's pulling his hands back. He holds his hands too low. While I'm still going with all of you reporters made it hard on this one. Never write about me like that. Never make me 6-1. You just make me angry. Never make me no underdog. And never talk about who's going to stop me. Well, ain't nobody going to stop me. Not a heavyweight in the world fast enough to stop me.
Wilder, if y'all needed proof before now, then now you definitely got your proof. Wilder has a chin. Wilder has heart, courage, stamina. And Wilder actually does think. He's not some dumb brute going in there swinging wild as everybody was saying. He thinks. He was waiting. He was patient. He showed maturity. You know what I'm saying? The Joker mature. Friggin', I was reading an article a few years back. It was saying that all the great athletes, well, not all, majority of the great athletes hit their athletic prime, their athletic peak in their early to mid 30s. This is an article, I want to say I read it about 7 years ago. So it was naming Jordan, Pete Sampras, Wayne Gretzky, who else? Maybe Jesse Owens, Carl Lewis, Alexander Karelin. It was naming all these great legendary athletes throughout time who met their athletic prime, who accomplished the most between the range of, I want to say it was between like 30 to 35. And I said, wow, Wilder's 32. So that means he's right in the middle of his prime. Okay. According to that article, y'all. And Ortiz is just missing his. And also, we all know about boxing knowledge. They say that most heavyweights mature around their early 30s, mid 30s. That's when they in their sweet prime and they golden years, so to speak. So Wilder, he shook up the world, y'all. He shook up the world. And you know what's crazy? Nobody in here last night, they talk shit all month, all 2-3 months. I even got an old man I flushed with, Mr. Robert from Mobile, Alabama, that said Ortiz is going to win. I said, you mother flushing traitor. I can't believe this. He said Ortiz is going to win. I said, why? Because he's more technical? He said, yup, he's more technical. He's a better boxer. He got more experience. I told him he should be ashamed of himself. But then when I started talking about money, nobody wanted to bet. Nobody wanted to bet. Now, I got a few Bammers in here last night that we betted rounds. Or this how deep we getting betting. We bet rounds. So, I won and lost money last night, even though I bet on Wilder. Ain't that a switch? First, I bet on a 7th round TKO. All right? So, I lost, about, $30, $40, whatever. But then, after that one, I upped the stakes right in the 9th and 10th round. Excuse me. 9th round, dude stalled me out, didn't throw his money on the floor. Y'all getting gutter now, I guess. Dude didn't throw his money on the floor, so that didn't count. 10th round, he threw it back down there, threw mine down there. Bada bang, baby. Bada bang is a beautiful thing. Bellissimo. Bomb squad, y'all. Bronze bomb. We're bringing it back down to the bottom of the map. So there's no more excuses after the Parker and Joshua fight. There's no more excuses. We need to go ahead and unify. Then once there's a unification, then we'll let everybody else beneath the true tried and true champion duke it out. We'll throw what's the dude we take popping the roids? We'll throw not Kovalev. Man, I get these dudes' names mixed up. What's his name, y'all? From Russia. Povetkin. We'll throw Povetkin in there with Ortiz. We'll throw Parker in there with Takam. We'll mix it up. And then after they all have their battle royale, then they get a shot at the #1 man. Rather it's Joshua or Wilder. I don't give a damn. I mean, I am betting on this is going to be Wilder. But I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Man, that was a great night of fight. Yo, I'm still ecstatic. We're hollering all last night. Tried to make 2 or 3 videos last night. It was too loud. It was too belligerent up in here. So now we're making one.
But when I beat him, Joshua get his mandatory right away. It ain't nothing else to say.
Do you believe you and Anthony Joshua will fight in 2018?
I strongly believe. Well, you know, the way he's been speaking with lack of confidence. When I'm with me, I speak what I feel, and I feel what I speak. My heart says, my mouth says what my heart want to say. It's a translation to my heart. I feel I'm the best.
And how can I say? In solitude. In solitude, baby. Solitude. Solitude. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top, y'all. You travel far and wide, low and high. Shoot. But now you finna touch the sky. Big shout outs to Alabama. Again, Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder. We love you, man. We appreciate you. This is you're truly a rare breed for someone who challenges themselves and takes these risks, you know, with or without the pay. That's cold turkey, as Baracko would say. You are truly a throwback fighter. You, Andre Ward, y'all are truly throwback fighters, because it's not lucrative to do what y'all doing. So my hat's off to y'all. It's not lucrative at all. You see all these dudes act, and I kind of think the Charlos are like that, and Errol Spence are like that too. But you know, we'll see with their next step up in competition and stuff.
And like I said, I'm here to conquer the welterweight division. I'm here to fight the best. I'm here to beat the best. And anybody who want to fight, I'm ready for them. I'm ready anytime, anywhere, any place. You can ask anybody. I never ask if I'm going to fight at. I never ask the purse, anything like that. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to conquer the division, become the undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
You know, one of your new stablemates and training partners now is Jermell Charlo.
Yeah.
How surprised are you about that performance he just put on? First round knockout?
Not surprised at all. Like I said, iron sharpened iron. You know, you got 2 world champions in the gym. I took off my vacation. We've been sparring 9 weeks. I'm in his training camp 9 weeks. 3 times a week we sparring, getting ready for this fight, just so he can put on this great performance. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. I want to see him do great. You know, iron sharpened iron, just like he want to see me do great. And I'm ready to go through him. I want that fight. Everybody know I want it as bad as I want to breathe.
But what a night, y'all. What a mother flushing night. Oh yeah, y'all, be on the lookout for L Team Media. We about to start a new channel where everybody in the L Team is going to be putting out their stuff. It's going to range everything from arts to economics to health to medicine to farming. And, you know, the arts, all the arts, painting, combative, everything. So I'm not going to talk about it much. Just I'll let you know when this shit is already out there, and we could, you know, go from there.
I'm here with Sugar Ray. Don't want to flat-footed. Everybody listen to flat-footed. Sugar Ray and I, 2 pretty dancers.
Y'all, we appreciate y'all. We love bossing. Pardon this rant. Shout outs. Ooh, excuse me. Shout outs to the L Team, baby. Shout outs to the LDBC, Lions Den boxing community. Y'all, I'm still trying to find out how to get in to one of those chats. I'm real ignorant about Google. Thank God for Talib. Big shout out to you, and Sugarloaf. Big shout out to you, boo. Y'all, they're you know, are progressive, you know, with stuff like that. You know how to set up stuff online and stuff. I really appreciate y'all. Shout outs to the YTBC. Shout out to all you good content uploaders for all the arts and for all the great things that that everybody's into, man. We appreciate y'all. Stay diligent. Once again, we love y'all. We love boasting. We out.
Thank you, I am.